What's going on, y'all? We back live again. Derek Jackson here, of course. Just had something on my mind, man, after a recent email. I really wanted to talk about is the flip side of not settling. You know, we talk about that a lot. Before we get into that, though, real quick, church announcements. Atlanta, Georgia. If you're in Atlanta, if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, I will be at Perimeter Mall again, back at my pop-up shop this Sunday, the 12th, at 2 o'clock, right beside Forever 21. That's where my pop-up shop is located. So if you're in Perimeter, come through. Meet and greet there. I'm going to sign books and holler at y'all for a little bit, talk to y'all personally. Anywho, back to what I was saying. I got an email from a brother, man, and it really kind of, it was disheartening, you know what I mean? Because I've heard of this narrative before, not as often, you know what I mean, as one might think, but it's time we talk about it. There's a flip side to not settling. There's a flip side to why I say you need to take time after your last relationship or after your last situationship or whatever it was that had you catching feelings for a dude. You need to take time after that in order to heal and to break away from that guy. All right, so let's back up and let me talk to y'all about what he said. This guy is engaged to a girl, right? He's engaged. They've been serious for some years now, except for they got one big problem, and that's that she has a male best friend. Simple enough, right? No problem having a male best friend. Well, the thing is, her and her male best friend have had sex multiple times, right? They just so happen to go back to friends afterwards. So even that's not a huge deal. I think you can work with that, right? You just kind of compromise the friendship, make it work for what you into now. Well, she told him, hey, I will let my best friend know that we can't hang out on our own anymore. We can't talk on our own anymore. Late at night, all that texting, we'll stop. Except for she continued on secretly. All right, so she continued on carrying on with this male best friend that she's had sex with multiple times. Now, from my experience, the only thing I see a girl putting that kind of male best friendship with a guy she's been intimate with over her current relationship is if there's feelings involved, serious feelings involved. Whether it's love or not, I don't know. But most times a woman will only do that if she's weak, because women are known to cut some motherfuckers off. You come threatening their relationship, you come threatening their happiness, they'll act brand new on you real quick. And if they don't, it's because in some way she's emotionally vulnerable for this guy. All right, so I feel like she's already made her choice in this guy's situation, you know. But I think this also applies to women who get in a relationship and don't quite heal after the relationship. And I want to let y'all know, man, that's some of the most selfish shit you can do. And I'm all about self-love. Y'all know me. I'm about self-love, taking care of yourself. You're the priority. But whenever you don't settle, you know what I mean? Or whenever you take time to heal, it helps not just you, but the person you're going to be involved with, because you may come across a guy who's ready to love you, who's ready to accept you, flaws and all, who's ready to do anything for you. You know what I mean? Protect you, pray for you, please you, prepare himself for you. You're going to come across a guy like that. It's my stern belief that every woman comes across at least one man in their lifetime like that. You don't want to come across a guy like that and hurt him because after your last relationship or after the last time that you caught feelings for a guy, you decided you wanted to occupy your mind and put somebody in your bed and keep yourself busy. You know what I mean? Just because you didn't feel like being alone. So you involved another guy's heart, and now you're going to be breaking that. Because at some point, if a guy is not for you, it's going to come out in your actions. It's going to come out in the way that you talk to him. It's going to come out in the way that you deal with him and you deal with others. That's why when you see a woman talking real bad shit about a dude, you know what I'm saying, or talking bad to him, telling him to shut up, you don't tell me what to do or whatever, like she's real disrespectful, a lot of times that woman don't even really want to be in that relationship. She's settled for him. She's not happy anyway. And vice versa. But right now, you know, I want to talk about the women that move on too quickly. They don't give themselves a chance to really break away from that last guy, and they move on to another guy still in love with a guy from their past. Stop doing that shit, man. Because all you're doing is ruining somebody else's husband. You ruining another woman's blessing by being selfish like that. And I know that may be hard to hear. Y'all don't want to hear that. Some of y'all don't want to hear that anyway. But it's the truth. You know, this brother, he's willing to... You know, and I don't know him past the email, you know what I mean? So let's just say he's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's already engaged to her. He's letting her know, like, I'm not playing about this. I'm serious about you. I'm not no gray area. I'm not two ways about it. You're the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. yet she's still holding on to another man, and secretly so. Still carrying on. I mean, this past disrespect. It's to a point, I think it's such a red flag that she might need to just go ahead and part ways with him and deal with whatever she, whatever loose ends she got with this other guy. If she's not willing to give that up. You know what I mean? And then sometimes we got to have that harsh truth moment with ourselves and admit that we're doing somebody wrong. I won't necessarily say it's fuck girl behavior, but it's the same effect. You're damaging this guy. You know what I mean? To that woman that's still carrying on with this male best friend and she only had sex with a few times, which I honestly think is a lot deeper than that, than what she's putting on, but currently, secretly carrying on with this male best friend, you're ruining that guy. You're ruining somebody else's blessing. Let that other man go that's commitment-minded. Let that other man go that's ready to be with you right now, that's willing to sacrifice whatever, and all he wants is you to himself. Let him go. Let him be with another woman. He's one of those good men that we always talk about are so hard to find and that we need more of. We don't need more of them just for us to hurt them, just for y'all to hurt them, you know what I'm saying? We don't need more of them just for them to walk around damaged and heartbroken. So understand that there's a flip side to not settling. There's a flip side to taking time after your last relationship in order to let yourself heal. And that's so you don't fuck up the next person who gets invested in you emotionally. That's all.